and now they added this. You can now add glasses. I'm like, what the Hello everyone, we finally got a date for the release of Unity, Dofus 3.0, the new servers, everything. We've got a date for that, which I'll go over in a second. But for everyone who missed it, there was an Ankama live earlier today. Ankama actually sent me the slides from their Ankama live. They are in French though, but I'm gonna quickly go over them, talk about them, give my opinion on some of the changes that are going to happen. Mainly the class changes. Ankama finally changed the classes, better details, everything. I'm gonna be going over them in this video and give you guys my opinion about some of the changes, and whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. First of all, the idle changes, they are going to be on the beta on October 31st, so that's gonna be in like a week. They said something that when, for example, with the Exceller changes, there was like pretty much even between the first and third one, but the third one, they got a lot of messages where it's like, the clock is cool, but it's too big. So what they did is they mixed number 1 and 3, mixed them into one, so you've got the little hourglass, but with the clock around it, so as you can see here on the right, which is really cool in my opinion. I think those are good changes. For example, classes like Iliad, it was like a no-brainer. Number 1 was the best, so they made something like that. And then you've got classes like Ayop, Kra, Shrem, where it was like a no-brainer, where 1 was clearly the winner, and they just went with that. Some modifications about the multi-account optimizations, they are so amazing. First of all, you've got the auto-join option, so when you go into a fight, everyone else would automatically join the fight. You've got the auto follow, which you already talked about in the previous video. The auto focus is an option in the client where if you skip your turn, you can like it automatically, the client goes to the next character in initiative order, which is really cool. And obviously the GPS is gonna be free, which is also right. It's gonna be on foot, so you don't need a mount or a pet's mount to have GPS. If you have a pet equipped, you also have GPS. And then one cool thing that you can see here on the right is you can now pick class icons and like link it to your client. So if you've got like a Panda, Kra, and a Trafecca, you can link those icons from the Panda, Kra, Fecca, and whatever class you play, link it to the client instead of just having the Dofus logo at the bottom of your taskbar, which makes it easier to see, to click on the clients that you're playing, which is really cool. And it's just such a nice quality of life change. I really like that. Some modifications about the spell interface. So you have an option to change between spell interfaces. The left is what we currently have. The right is something they add, which is really cool because it's like you don't have to scroll. All spells are just in one interface, and at the top right you can change like settings where if you want to like highlight, for example in the picture here they highlighted all the agility spells, and that's really cool as well. All right, at the release of the 3.0 Dofus Unity, everyone will have a free name change, sex change, class, I don't know, not a class change, like face change and color change. Everything will be free the first time you log in on the Unity servers, which is gonna be really nice. Sex change I think as well, but I'm not 100% sure. You guys have to leave a comment below if you've watched the Ankama live, you know French, but I think sex change might as well be on it as well. Alright, next small thing that I'm gonna go over, that the statistic interfaces, they add some new stuff to it where you can see like more stats from the end of the fights, which is really cool. I don't mind it too much, but for some people they really like it. There's gonna be a new Phase 3 objective from November 7th to November 28th, so it's gonna be like 3 weeks, where you can do some stuff on the beta and get rewards. I think it's something like level 200, like level 190 to 200 dungeons with groups of people, and you can win the beta tons, like tokens for the beta. When you get 30, you're gonna get the title, and when you get 80, you're gonna get the mount, and you can redeem them on the new Unity servers that are going live in December. And talking about the new Unity servers, the date has been announced, and it is December 3rd. And honestly, I think that is quite early. In fact, I predicted the release to be on December 17th, which is 2 weeks later, but it's gonna be December 3rd, which is amazing news. So if you want to be grinding on that day, make sure to empty your calendars. Tell your work boss that you're not gonna be at work on that day, but they are trying to get the game up at like 3 to 4 p.m. But we all know, Ankama, we all know this is gonna be the biggest update in like 15 years. Something is bound to go wrong. So they do try to go for 3-4 p.m. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna be later or even the next day. We don't know. Like, we'll see. We'll have to wait for that. Some more changes are the class changes. Ankama actually listened to the feedback that we gave them. They have changed pretty much all classes, except they are still working on the Oza and Uginak. So those are not included in the sheets yet. But let's go over all of the classes and mention the changes. First of all, Craw, they made the head smaller. Nothing to simulate. You can pause the video if you want to look at more of the details, but same with the male version. They added the shoulder pads. Also, I think made the head a little bit smaller. More details on the clothing and on the shoes on most classes. For example, here you can clearly see Eka Flip. They added some buttons on the leg thingies. I don't know what you call them, but yeah. The sizes have been adjusted to make it more proper. This is the male Eka Flip. They made the heads a little bit smaller. Elio got more details on the clothing. Also made the body and the heads more in proportion. Same with the male version, which is really good. And just wait until you see the Hupper Mage. But first, the Annie Ripsa, one of the classes that got the most hate before. They finally fixed the wings, where the Annie Ripsa actually has visible wings. They changed the legs, the boots, and the shoes, or whatever you want to call them, to make them more similar to the 2.0 version, as well as making the head smaller, make it more in proportion with the bodies. And I think gave it more details with the hair as well. And I think this version, like the middle ones, I think this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this one, really cool. And the last one, I really like the Annie Ripsa new looks. They made it so much better. The male version as well fixed the wings. Now, some people might not still like it because it looks a little bit like a pirate. But you cannot, you have to agree that it's better than before. Like, especially if you look at the last one, like the head was way out of proportion, and now it's just a lot better. Enitroff, I feel like when I look at this, they made it look a bit older. But that's also maybe due to the size changes. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you like these changes or if you still think it's bad. They fixed the huge head on the male Enitroff actually. Also look at the knee pads. Made it look more like how it is on the 2.0. Feka also got some head reduction, as we call it, I guess. The body. So the belt is being fixed. I never liked this top version. It was so ugly. They fixed the belt, the upper body and the lower body, made it more detailed, which is amazing. Same with the male. The female version got more touching up than the male one, because the male one wasn't too bad. The forge lens, they actually made the shoulder piece smaller because it was blocking the face during some of the animations in the fight, but I think that's a good change. Also more details on the actual armor, like make it more shiny and popping, which is really good. I really enjoy it. I hate playing Forge Lens, but the class looks really good. And the Hupper Mage, guys, just look at the details. The gloves, the legs, the boots, the body itself. It's just so much better, man. It's just so much better. I can't thank Ankama enough for listening to the feedback. Same with the male version. they listen to the feedback, which is really nice. Now the eye up, they made it so all the eyes have no pupils, but you can add them later on. So don't be scared if you like the pupil version, you can just add them back later on. Which is the same with the Sakura, which you will see later on. They made the eye up male version a little bit more muscular, which is nice. The panda got some more details on the bodywork, and as well as the head reduction. Same with the male version. It looks so much better. Now, if you look, I never noticed it, but look at the female version of the Rogue. It just looks so out of proportion. Like the new ones, so much better. So much better. Although I don't play Rogue, don't give a fuck about Rogue. But hey, man, it's a good change. It's a good change. Sakura, mixed feelings about this. Well, not from my end, but I've seen some comments about people. I do like the new details. So let's look at the feet, for example. Feet look better. They could maybe fix the tattoos on the arm a little bit more, but they add the heart on the chest, some more details on the legs, and the hair got some details as well, which is a big up for me. Same with the male version. I don't see a lot of changes with the female Sadi, but I think that's because they already changed it before. They did give it more detail, so you can see the pixels have been improved. The head pieces, like the hair pieces, have been more detailed. Male version, you either like it or you don't. I've seen some complaints about Sadi players that they don't like how the male Sadi looks. I think it's fine, but let me know in the comments below what you think. The SRAM female version, they made the heads a little bit more professional. I still miss the little cape thingy that they had. It's not really a cape, but you know what I mean. With the 2.0 version, they had like this cape thing behind the legs, which I think the Unity version, it looks more naked, but maybe they added later in the customization, who knows. Male version, and then we've got the best change they've done, the Foggernaut. Now, I already liked the top version. I know it doesn't have the baggy pants, but I don't mind. I never mind like how it looks. I think it looked good. The top version, but then now they showed this, and I'm like, yeah, the bottom one, it looks much better with the baggy pants. The details on the hair, they made such a big improvement. It's insane. This male version as well, it looks so much better. It's insane. Ankama has been cooking lately, and the only thing is, I'm sorry about everyone who's playing Exceller. I feel like they didn't change shit. I mean, they changed some details on the body, make the mummy part more detailed. They added arrow on the skirt. But I don't know. I think, especially the male one, I still think it's off. The facial expressions are off. The eyes. They really need to rework the Exceller, because I agree with everyone who's playing the Exceller that it does not look too good. The Masquerade actually got some improvements as well. The body is more in proportion, and I think we're gonna skip to the male one, because look at the facial expression. They brought back the Elvis hair on the bottom one over here, and the big eye. So the top one, they all look like they want to kill themselves. Like they don't want to live anymore, and they want to kill themselves either. Like, I don't know. But they brought back the big eyes facial expressions, which is really good. And that's about it for the class changes, but we got some more stuff. So they are adding more class-specific customizations for the hats. Maybe later for the bodies, I don't know. They showed some of the classes, not all of them, but they started out with the female Kra. So you got some like facial, like tattoos, and like a mouth covering, like the scarf thingy, headbands, an arrow, hair clippy. You know, this. I hope my camera is not blocking. I think it's fine. But I think that's a really cool change, and they are adding it, I think, in the beta in 2 weeks. And at least it's available at the start of Unity in December. That's the important thing. Male Kra is blind in one eye. That's really good change. Some facial things, hair, bandana. But there's something coming here. The heliotrope. Now, you might think this looks like a clown. But if you are able to change the color of the face paint to like red or black, that's gonna look insane. I'll tell you guys, that's gonna be looking insane. I really like this. Although with the way they presented it like this, it looks a little bit like clownish. But I think you can make some cool looks with that. And now this is... Oh, guys. The Feka. I hated the initial release of the Feka in beta phase 1. It was horrible to look at. One of my favorite classes. They've made some changes over the phase 2 and the phase 3. Made the bodies better. Made the head smaller. Made the belt better. Like everything made it better. And now they added this. You can now add glasses. I'm like, what the... You can add glass. I would probably prefer it if they did it to milk classes. Like, I think at the moment, Feka is the only class you can add glasses to. But it would be nice if they can do it to more, like the Eneripsa, maybe the Femocra. Whatever. That would be interesting. But I really like the changes that you now will be able to do with the classes. Same with the male version. It's going to be interesting to play around with the cosmetics. So this is the eye up, as I said before. You can now add back the pupils to make the class look the way you want it to look. Eye patch on the male eye up. We've got the Sacrier with some extra face tattoos, which is really nice, really interesting. But yeah, those are the changes. I think Ankama has been cooking with these changes. It's just... I can't think of anything negatively. At least now. Some of the changes are happening tomorrow or today, depending on when this video goes live and when you watch it. Might be yesterday for you guys, I don't know. And some of the changes are coming in the upcoming weeks. And we gotta write down in the agenda, November 5th, they're gonna do another live stream talking about the recipe changes and the shield changes. So stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed this information type video. If you want to see more videos of me talking about Unity, maybe give my opinions about certain changes. And also comment below what you think of these changes. Are they good? Is there something you want them to change? So yeah, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one where we talk about the GPS potion. There's a huge change with that one, which is big, big, big. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.